Why do we say cameras rolling? So why do we say cameras rolling?
Because they're on a
I refuse to partake of this. Right. Tupe kitu. Hiyo kitu.
So let me ask you guys a question. If like you could pick one room in the house and you'd have to stay in that room like forever, as in forever, like only one room in the house, which room would it be?
My bed.
Without a doubt.
My bed. My bed.
Me too, without a doubt.
Really?
Yeah.
See kitchen?
No.
Okay.
Pana. No. I would chicken out. Sorry. Sorry. I can do better. I promise. I can do better.
Maybe for me, imagine ingekuwa guy karibu niseme chicken.
Yeah.
It would be the kitchen. Hi, let me ask you basi another question. Like if you'd only have one person, like if you'd like in the whole world, ungeweza kubaki tuna only one person.
Wow.
Who would it be?
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Okay, Jesus is not a... Okay, but Jesus. But Jesus does not count. Okay, sawa. Yes, please.
I'm torn between my mom and my sister.
Says God and sister Angushtawana. I think I'm choosing my mom.
Oh, mimi nasema. Well, sorry to my mom and my sister, but
You gotta pick him.
yeah.
I get you, girl.
Yeah. For me, it would be my man.
Yeah.
Any day, anytime.
Next
One
year
day, guys.
tutakuwa
One
hapo.
day.
Well,
Upcoming. But I
Yeah.
think I choose my mom because my mom is a survivor. My mom knows the hacks and the whatevers of everything. I've seen even when times when our family was just at a zero, at an all-time low, it never got to my mom. My mom ni wale watu wa hii hakuna, atufanyeni hivi. Hii hakuna. Naona mama wangu akihook manguo, naona mama wangu akiuza mandazi kwa barabara. And mwana mama wangu akikaa boss lady kwa ofisi, you know. And na mama wangu siwezi kwama. Yeah.
But moms are so selfless. But then again, my sister, we just have such a good connection. Like, we have the highest highs and the lowest lows, and I'm just here for all of that. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we find a way to resolve them. So, sorry, mom, I'm going to go with my sister.
I'm gonna go with mama. Okay, I don't think I have siblings relationship. Honestly, based on how I've been raised, where they are now, where I am now. Okay. So when we meet, it's always oh my God, I've missed you. So we are always on a high. By the time we start getting to mezoeana sasa tushuke, nishatoka, nimerudi. Yeah, I think there's also that.
Well, for me,
One day, let me tell you, one day.
It's because I feel like as in no one else gets me
the way he does.
I think that would be the only reason.
Yeah. And I think also I would have said the same kama angekuwa.
Same. Taridu next year. Oh my God.
Please re-ask us in 1 year. We will have different answers.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, do you have another question? Okay. How are you? Welcome to the Girls Cappuccino. Yeah, and today is an amazing day. My name is Chiba Kwenzi.
Daisy.
Peace, Elsie.
Yeah, let me tell you something about Elsie. I refuse to use the word peace because what I'm saying has no peace in it.
Chiba, cut the cameras, guys.
You know peace?
It's all lies, guys.
Peace is a very good person, but Sabo Mesema, it's all
Control
lies.
Z.
Hey, jina peace isikudanganye. Anyway, that's the end of that statement.
Moving on swiftly.
Guys, but they have a question for you. My question would be your first time notion, or your first time whatever about the other. Like what was your first time
Like your first reaction.
First reaction, metafuta jina reaction. My English had escaped, had eloped. Yeah. So your first reaction about one another, like you saw this girl or
Me, Chacha.
yes, please.
Daisy is just the sweetest.
Aw.
Hey.
Stop.
I remember that time I was like in a new environment. And Daisy was so sweet. Like me nilikuwa tu nakaa looking lost, and she helped me like find my way. She helped me feel, comfortable. And I was just like, is this real? Are you real? And like she was consistent all through till date, guys. She was just amazing.
It's the till date for me.
Yeah.
For me, Daisy, I think interactions zangu zote za Daisy zimekuwa the shy person, the guy nitafanyaje. So even when I received info atakuwa kwa podcast confession time, I was like, Daisy ataongea kweli? Like Daisy will be that person.
Yes.
Guy, really?
Yeah, I
Yo.
honestly, that is what I expected when I came. I didn't even think you'd have this side. I just thought you were the guy. Mimi ndio naongea. Oh my god.
And then you took one next.
Guy, and then it was next. That is exactly what I thought, or what I had seen you, but I think Girls Cappuccino is where I interacted with you. So I came to hear you now, to listen to you. Even when we had our first meeting, when you were talking, I was like, oh, yeah, Daisy is. Daisy is.
For me, I think for you, I feel like I felt like you're a strong, like you have a very strong personality, very vocal, very like no nonsense, very.
Bado niko hapo no nonsense. Maybe.
But imagine, I feel like coming to know you, like you still like that. You still stand. You're as in you're very. What's the term? As in you're very confident, very stern, very self-driven. But at the same time, you're so funny. You're so silly. As in,
So much for the no-nonsense part.
As in, Chiba is such a ball of energy. Like, as in any space, in every way. Like,
Tissue director.
And she just fits right in.
I know. And, like, invite her to any space, she'd be comfortable. Invite her to a loud, rowdy place, a quiet, sophisticated place. Like she fits everywhere, and I think that's what fascinates me about you. For peace, imagine back at you. Like imagine, like the very first time we met, like you just seemed like a sweet person, and that's why I came to say hi. I was like, oh, who's this sweetheart? I was like, guy, she looks so quiet and so still. Guy, imagine she's not quiet.
Yeah, that's why nilianza na hiyo statement ya peace.
Hapo. But anyway, Peace is such a sweetheart. Like, you're such a sweetheart. You're so sweet, you're so kind, you're so like, hi Daisy, and hi Daisy. And I'm like, oh my goodness, ataka mtu amejam, imagine you can't.
Unajam maji, it's Peace, guys. Unajam maji.
But anyway,
first interaction yangu na Peace, I think ilikuwa Peace nilimuona for the first time, siku aliniongelesha. Imagine. I had never seen you before that time. Ama maybe can't likuona ilikuwa in passing, ile umepitisha tu macho. And Peace was, alikuwa anatuliza maswali, and kama tu Daisy akisema, oh, there's this show I wanna do. I'm like, can you really host that show? like ilikuwa na feel da kuja kwa show ilikuwa, hi guys, welcome to the Girls Cappuccino. At this place, that is exactly what I was expecting, because that's the demeanor, that's the front she had that day. So she was talking to me, and of course she sounded so sweet. And then when somebody else is talking, she na Peace anakuangalia nikataka kukula.
like
So she's like, then we came then the first meeting tukiwa sawa 4, and then she was like, so guys, nataka tu to feel free. Me, I'm like, what are you saying about feeling free when mwenyewe na feel likata? You're not even in your vocabulary. But then I was very skeptical. Wacha nimjue.
What?
I saw allegiance. I'm bullied. I'm bullying you because you gave me the wrong impression of you. So you're paying. Peace. Peace, the name. Hakuna. Ulikuwa fikiri ni mtu mpole, amenyamaza, reserved. Oh.
Imagine I still am. And you're moving on swiftly because I know everybody watching agrees. My first reaction of Chiba, Chiba nilikuwa nakuogopa. Like, I was so intimidated by you.
By the guys, you... Continue.
Even for me to... like, kama hatungekuwa at the same table, I would have never approached you.
Really?
For real. Nilikuwa naona Chiba and I'm just
sadly,
like, what?
She's not the only one.
Oh, really?
And I don't know where people get that. But I have even one of my exes. One of the people sorry, before nikachie, it was like mimi sikuwa najua ndo kufikiaje. Nilikuwa tunaona nikifika tu hapo utanipea look, mtu ananiambia kitu stay recover. So I didn't even know. So he had to send a cousin kuja niambia. Nikabisa kuja tu aniambia ati amekuona kaogopa.
Hey, cuz mimi niliona tu Chiba. I saw the show. I thought of you, but I said, "Uyo, aki atanisikiza achana tunayo." But mambo ya Mungu, we met. It was such a crazy way. Yeah, we're just seated at the same table, conversations here and there.
Yeah.
The topic came up and I was like, Chiba is quite interesting. And then I got to know her more. And I was like, wow, this lady is... She's just like me. Acha venye anasema mimi ni... I feel like mimi na wewe same was up.
Same was up.
Yeah.
But Ebu, if you are watching at home, I want you to just take your time, especially if for people you were never born with or you didn't get to grow up with, and just try to reminiscence, whatever. Or the very first time you saw them, your first reaction or your first interaction. No, your first perception of them before you even got to interact. Call them up and just start the story. It's gonna be interesting. I'm thinking of doing that immediately after this show. That's an interesting one. So, which brings us to our topic today. Guys, are you ready? Drum rolls, please. Na producer tutakufuta kazi. Tunafaa kuwa na drums kwa hii set.
I know, right?
Yeah, what do you
like
take?
Drumsticks. You're fired.
What do you take? So much for the mpole.
I know.
Okay, guys. So today we're gonna talk about kama mlivyoona hapo chini, BC meets AD. Before Christ meets after death. Now, venye tu tumeongelelea how we thought of one another before we even came to meet, quite literally. We also have a past. You know, I promise you guys, I know we look like we fell from heaven. No, we didn't fall. Lucifer. I know we look like we live with Christ and then we just appear here in the morning. Alafu usiku tunalala kwa Christ. I know it looks like that, but imagine it's not.
It's not, guys.
Yeah, we are here to burst your bubbles, guys. It's not. It's not. Bubbles busted.
Pop the balloon.
Pop.
Oops.
But imagine it's not, and we just want to remember or to take a walk down memory lane. And sometimes, no, not sometimes, I am sure it is something very essential. It helps you even always saying thanks to God. When you just remember, pale umenitoa baba. When you remember, pale unanipeleka. It's very easy to regain your trust in God if you remember where he got you from, then you're like, kauli nitoka God. Then unaweza nifikisha huko kwenye unasema. But if your focus is fully or wholly on where you are, how stagnant you feel, how mkwamod you feel you have kwamad, it's very easy for you to lose your faith or to lose your trust in God, right? Right. So guys, I'm here to feed off you guys. So guys, mnajua mimi ni PK, so my story is not all that. Yeah, you know, as a PK you're confined.
Okay.
Yeah, you
define PK to our viewers.
pastor's kids. Pastor's kids. Kwanza mimi ni BK, bishop's kids. Yeah. I'm a BK, I'm a firstborn. So niko na combination ya vitu zote zenye I need to live my life responsibly. If not for the church, for the family.
Yeah.
No, you're firstborn in a family of 9. Always cheza. No cheza na nani.
Okay.
Yeah, you're always reminded. So my story might not be as heavy,
Juicy.
as juicy. Yeah. But I have sat down with these two ladies and guys. Enye Mungu amewasofa.
We are the ladies.
Yeah. They
are they.
yeah. They is us. And guys, God is our transformer.
Indeed.
Optimus Prime has got nothing on Jesus.
Oh my.
That's a good one for my brothers.
Wow.
Yeah. So, ladies, indulge us.
I think we can just start up with music. Because like my music taste really changed when I met Christ. Like mimi nilikuwa nasikia, like mimi nilikuwa into hip hop and like drill.
Really?
Hip hop.
And like the more
I know. I told you guys, looks are not deceiving. Looks are deceiving.
like the more the swear words in the song, that's my
better.
vibe.
Really?
Like, okay, hip hop.
Should I mention the artist?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Like Kendrick
think for
Lamar.
context.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, no comment.
Kina Kanye West. Okay, Kanye West doesn't do much of hip hop, but yeah. Kina Fetty Wap.
Really?
Bro, that was
Oh my piece.
and then I thought like Vituka Suji Bongo and all that wasn't like cool enough.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Totally
Yeah.
agree, hapo. I'm sorry to whoever, but you, me
no.
had to date. I'm sorry.
Greetings from whoever. Continue.
And then like I have an older brother who is also into that. So like we were such buddies because we vibed with music, and then he had a speaker tulikuwa tu tuna boom 12, and then like we were checking to see if our parents are home to weke gospel because like my parents wanted to bring us in the church and
Yeah.
so like kuna ile unaonyesha guy, my parents do not disown me. Kuna ile front you put up with your parents, and then sasa kuna ile ya you, and then like mi niko naona like my parents are so holy, they don't have any evil desires, so they wouldn't understand us listening to this song, so we'd always do it away from them. And then be very kidogo, but like hip hop
that was your jam.
That was
Well, for me now, my story is a bit complicated because I was let me say, I was this you girl, as in all across, as in since primary. Like, I was that sweet girl, sijui what. Hadi high school, I was nilikuwa sawa. But then there's a year called 2019. Yeah, 2019, by the way, I think there was just something about that year, as in, yeah.
You know, ilikuwa COVID. I mean, ilikuwa before.
Yeah, ilikuwa just before
Just
COVID.
before
Ilikuwa
COVID.
literally the last year before COVID.
Yeah.
With this, do what happened. I don't know what happened during that year, but your girl. So hiyo ndo sasa the year nilikuwa na explore different type of music, like nasikia kuna huyu. Then I think I went like into deep, as in now my people were kina Cardi B. Kwanza Cardi B, yo, me, I'm telling you, hadi saizi I am so sure I can still rap word for word like all her songs. Yo,
kwanza when you get into a matatu, you're just akigona
like headphones on, jamani dancing, jamani Daniel Basi. Yeah, but that year was wild. I remember akina Nicki Minaj, those used to be my type of vibe. Then nakumbuka at some point that year nikakuwa heartbroken, so I was into akina Avicii. Sijui daddy. But everyone went through the Avicii phase. You can't convince me otherwise. Yeah, and then I don't know. I think kwa time nilikuwa full on Beyonce akigae. May God forgive me, my Lord.
Ukisikia mtu alienda Beyonce huyo alikuwa anapitia.
Nikwambia kuna Beyonce nilikapitia. Story for another day, but yeah, I think music wise that was my me at a, as in alafu I remember when I was now trying to get back, like get back to church, get back to like everything about Christianity. I remember this music thing was a thing, like it was my stronghold, for lack of better words, like, because I remember we even had a sort of discussion with my friends when we were going home, and they're like, what do you think about music? And I was like, music si mbaya, music as in si bora tu, like haina curse words, bora haina nini, like, you know, I was chatting this, you see those classic 105 songs, like yeah.
Chiba, do you have something to say?
Yeah, clearly.
Continue.
Yeah, so I was like, guy, it was a classic 105 si mbaya, and you can even feel yourself judging yourself, because you're like, girl, you know the truth, as in because songs are gateways, we now know that.
True.
Yeah, but then I was like, as in, as long as in a cuss word, as long as in a, like those weird scenes, imagine ni sawa. But imagine we all know that haikuwa sawa. Hata me then I knew that haikuwa sawa. It's just that I was being really stubborn about, like, I don't know why I was being stubborn about.
Self-justification is a
yeah, yeah. And I remember we argued with my friends. Hey, we argued hadi tukatoka hapo tumekosana. I was like, this you can't be serious, like unatetea secular, and I'm like
watu mnajifanya mahoi.
yeah, acheni kujifanya. And that was like end of 2019 now, when I was trying to just get back to Christianity and all.
Okay.
And I was still struggling. Like, I don't think there's anything I struggled with like music when I was leaving that space. Yeah.
For me, Mimi, my entry to secular music, I think, was through Westlife. I was like, I was like, Westlife wanaimba imbo safi, that's all about love, you know. God is love. So unataka kuniambia tukioana mimi na bwanangu.
God is love, what?
Ati tukioana mimi na bwanangu kwa nyumba tutakuwa tukiimba imbeni kwa furaha. Mtu atanikatia na nini? Hakuna Mungu kama wewe Bwana. Always lazima usikize Westlife. They are preparing you for marriage, for love.
Wow.
Bongo kidogo another bongo nini like mimi kosa naona ukisikiza hip hop like you are a sinner. Sikiza bongo.
Oh no.
Bongo is love.
Yeah.
Like unataka kule bebo kama nini Merimela. Yeah, Merimela is gonna lesson
On a chokehold, yo. I know.
Merimela iko na lessons.
Who sang that song?
Hata sijui.
Alafu there's another song for that game where sijui ndege ilimwacha or something.
Mimi kwa like hizo kuna ama hizi za sijui nini huyu mwenye aliachwa sijui tarehe huyo I was like, mimi kama uko na hizo songs, like, you know, the songs ziko na message.
You know, iko na message.
Because hip hop was like
Hip hop ilikuwa tu matusi, gun, drugs. I'm like, that's violence.
Another
No,
scene.
I do not agree with that. So, like, mtu yote anasikiza hip hop, I was like, lakini sijui how you gonna act like this. I'm like, yeah, heartbreak iko nini, how you gonna act like that. So I'm practicing, yeah, niki heartbreak yo nitasema nini, how you gonna act like that. You know, like nitasikiza sijui kwa class what. Kwanza R&B, I was like, R&B so pure.
Yeah,
I know, right? It's so pure. And like hawana matusi. It's all about love.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Guy.
Then nikaingia high school. Pata na redeems.
Msiniambie mlikuwa those reading girlies. Oh Lord.
Bro.
peer pressure just put you there.
NB high school ilikuwa si cheerleading.
Uko serious?
Na nilikuwa nini prefect wa enter.
Sasa aje?
I know.
So ikifika saa to nahakikisha nilikuwa naenda kwanza naekea watu wa enter system. Alafu naenda CU, tunaweka system ya CU. naangalia worship, praise and worship nani yoko, kama kuna watu wengi wanafanya praise and worship na mwenye ata speak moja mbili hapa nini, niangalie watu, niko like are you okay? Niko like if everything is okay, someone imeanza, watu wamekaa nasikiza
like tuko fiti,
enter is everything okay, mko na nini ora meka nini, hapana ibwekeni.
Wow.
I know after lead worship pale see you. Oh my. Hey,
Kina conscious kina yo nilikuwa nasikiza readings alafu nilikuwa nazijua word for word. So I was the cool kid in school because unajuaje wimbo ya conscience word for word.
Sasa home ulikuwa umekram yako yote.
Nipate
Hadi kulikuwa na book.
Hadi kuna kabook.
I hope pastor wangu wa worship oni.
Naita tu mkutano.
Juu siku hizi hata za church zinanishindanga, lakini ya conscience tukifungua shule nimepanda juu ya meza karibu nipige rap moja but nimewapea hey
Aki do those lyrics ever leave you though?
They don't. Kwanza upande gari alafu old school sijui DJ ni old school I can read him alafu hizo kwanza sasa nilikuwa nasikiza read him in sets so naenda na download read him so nasikiza hizo wimbo na download read him nasikiza kina Lane download read him nasikiza so nakuja mtu akianza hivyo fulani niko like Chibona unajua naanza verse sikuwa najibu na kupigia verse
kidogo ndio
Sunday,
ad libs.
worship the Lord guys. Funny thing sikuwa na justification of what I did at the time.
No one asked you, no one.
For it, at a time ukilid worship kuna feel like convicted or anything. Really?
Weirdly. Okay, kulikuwa na ile guy but I think akili yangu ilikuwa so much on harakisha urudi enter. So I don't think even God gave God that opportunity able Lord speak let me hear. Ilikuwa like tumbona inui mkono. Buni ni mkono mbio mzame huyu mwenye anaombanga sana kuja anze kuomba mimi nikimbie. And then justification yangu ilikuwa Kaimi ndio prefect to enter. So watu wakiniona enter haiwa kusoma juu ya meza na kudance madance zingine.
Say no more.
Kisa na kako na experience. Ka experience.
So me nilikuwa in a Catholic school all through.
Yo!
Really?
Nilikuwa ngapo nikisema prayers of the faithful, wale dancers were sijui anaitwa
Hey, you are.
leso and then a t-shirt. Yeah, so
mko na enter?
tulikuwa na enter.
Okay.
But then unajua sasa hapo hakuna ati sijui Holy Spirit, sijui kufeel guilty.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
From a young age like
wakatha wananga time ya atiyo as the spirit leads.
I know.
Simameni kaini.
Piga magoti nini. Ningo anafanya prayers of the sick. Nime cram till date. Like ilikuwa tu muscle memory, you know. And so growing up, my parents like walinipea the foundation of Christ. And I was like, oh, that's great. I believe there's God. But nikaingi kwa na Mungu wenyu, me, I want to live my life. Yeah. So I never really felt guilty or anything. I was just like, hey, me, I'm just chilling. I'm just living my life. So
Look at us
now.
Lakini tumetoka mbali guys. Na hiyo ni music tu.
Oh, hatujaguza
Hiyo ni music peke yake.
So that was it for our show. Thank you for watching. Joking.
This kwanza kuna a whole book ya unpack cause hiyo.
Hi. 60. All right. Director amefanya ile kitu ya unajua uko na roll. All right. Music okay, music ilienda hivyo. So recovery yangu, process yangu ya music came after high school. Sasa the church I was in, see of course, one bad side about being a PK is you're brought up to know you have to serve. You must serve. Wezi enda church kukwa nini
Kukatu.
comrade ati colleague congregant attendant always you must serve. So nilikuwa naingia so church venye nilijoin nitaserve wapi ushering niliacha juu naanza kuasha naona mtu nimeenda nimeacha mlango unmanned. So ashari kata, so nika join worship team. Kuwa na worship leader mwingine hapo mkali. He's a pastor now. Alikuwa worship leader akaanguka, but aka rise kama my former church. His name is Pastor Josh. Pastor Josh from Amos and Josh.
Really?
Wow.
Hey.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, yendo alinianzisha foundation ya worship team. And he was the strictest guy, you know. Josh alikuwa strict design. Tunafaa commit church, service inaanza 10:30. Tunafaa commit church 10. Ukifika 10:02 hauimbi. Si akianza akaisema tu kijokingli. Kuna Sunday aliimbisha peke yake. Yeye na acoustic guitar, akaimbisha praise, akaimbisha worship. Akamaliza na akasema, akatuma na message moderator akasema, after this kuna meeting ya praise and worshipers. So mko hapo mko like, wow, Josh, that was nice. Akasema, yes, and I can do it for the rest of my life. Endeleeni kucheza.
Wow.
Haya, Prako, si amatumia songs.
Pastor wetu tips.
Msishare kitu.
Moving on safely.
Msishare kitu. Awatumie song on sasa ametuma song. Mnafaa kuja saa 2 Prako. So Prako anaanza 1 2 3. Hamjui song. Wachana na voices ama nini. Hiyo atawasamea.
Okay.
But hamjui song. Hamkusikiza song. So ataanza, "You sing the song." Mpaka kwenye unajua, mpaka kwenye atakwambia stop. So sing verse. Sing the chorus. Uko like kwambia nice. Uimbe na ni kama wewe. Na leo. Ako like nice. So wewe na zenyu amwimbi kesho.
Wow.
So kaini hapo, we'll sing together.
That's good
if you feel like
discipline.
alifanya hivyo mwezi moja. Tulikuwa hivi. Unakuja kwa unajua song zote mwanzo hadi mwisho. Jua kwa nakuuliza ati hebu imba verse ya kwanza. Anaweza kuimba niimbie hiyo bridge huko mwisho. Inaimbaje? Na unaweza pata hiyo song tunafanya chorus pekee. But sababu alituma akasema msikize.
Okay.
Mnasikiza yote.
Okay.
So hiyo ndio discipline. So during that time sikuwa na time ya kusikiza Neo. Sikuwa na time ya kusikiza Neo. Sikuwa na time ya kusikia Mario sijui na nani. Hiyo time nilikuwa nasikiza songs back to back. Repeat. Inaisha set list inaisha. Naanza tena. Nikilala zinaendelea kucheza ingie kwa my unconscious mind. Hivyo. So during that time I think I fed myself so much of gospel music, quote unquote, and which in some way detoxified me. But ukipanda mat unajua tu once in a while. Hakuna
sometimes tu unapanda iko silent immediately tu umeka.
Aki for real lazima kwa nini
weapons fashioned against.
But I thank God sai nachukia ma songs zingine like I have the kama me like unasikizaje Kingeton? I don't get it.
Okay, it's so vulgar.
Look, so sai na feeling and I love that feeling. Hata ukiangalia music za kitambo na za sai bado siwatetei watu wa classic 105. But ukisikia music za kitambo na sai kuna a lot of vulgarism. Is such a word. And weirdly hiyo ndio ina sell. Sadly.
I think for me how I got over the music is the side effects, because the music I was listening to ilikuwa inaleta a lot of depression, a lot of just the side effects. I don't think you can listen to such songs and not engage in certain things. Withheld information for personal reasons.
No, withheld information for later.
Yeah, but now when now I came to Christ, and the fact that Christian music is very intentional with the words, so is the other one, except for bongo music and live music and here. But now listening to the words and the message, I was like, wow, I was really missing out.
Yeah.
And then I was looking for a specific kind of music. So nilikuwa also nasikiza Billie Eilish a lot. Like nilikuwa najua songs zake zote manze. I was in...
Ulikuwa depressed mse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Mi
so,
hakuna mtu anaweza ni convince anasikizanga Billie Eilish na hana depression.
where? And so coming out of that, I searched for like Christian lofi music to give me that vibe, and I met an amazing artist, anaitwa John Mark Pantana. I love his music till date, and it fulfilled my soul even more than what Billie Eilish was doing. There's also this guy anaitwa Bamboo. He used to do the secular songs, and then he got born again. And now,
yes,
life is spiritual.
Yeah.
So now he does amazing music. And then I got to explore different kinds of Christian, and I was so obsessed with I was like, what was I doing?
Where have you
Uko?
been?
You know? And I think that and the grace of God just helped me,
Yeah.
come out of that space.
Well, okay. Because of time, I'll say my reason after the break. So, yeah.
All right, so we're taking a short break, and then when we come back, we will be continuing.